Oh look, it's the hero who Eevee trained his own children. He even has the neck beard. From McFarlane's line of 5-inch My Hero figures, this is Endeavor. And it continues in the theme of, yeah, we're just taking the 7-inch line and shrinking them down, and yet Uraraka still doesn't have a figure. Now granted, this wave actually does have the first exception to that rule, seeing as how we did get a figure that was never released in the 7-inch line, at least not yet. So I'm hoping we might move away from this because, you know, there's so many characters in My Hero I like, so many that don't have any figures or have one figure. It's getting kind of irritating that there's a cast of maybe 6 or 7 that are always getting figures. And I'm looking at you, Endeavor. My gripes out of the way, you gotta admit, Endeavor does have a really strong design, and I think they captured it really well with the translucent plastic. I especially love how they use like the normal plastic for the hair, and you can see that through the fire mask and beard. And also, just the sculpted detail is nice, but it's McFarlane, it's always going to be nice, even on a $10 budget figure like this. The part that worries me, right? So on the 7-inch figure, he had these translucent feet as well, but there were some opaque plastic parts to try to remove pressure from it. Here, it's just translucent plastic, and this is a decently heavy figure. I'm really worried that eventually those things are just going to snap. Now, they are thick enough, and even though there is a joint in there, if you don't use it too often, I am hoping it's going to be fine. But you can never tell with translucent plastic, now can you? Then again, it's McFarlane, not Hasbro, so maybe I'm just bitter. But let's get back to that sculpted detail bit, yeah? If you look at the ends of his gauntlet, you can see where his flame, ejectors are, as well as the sculpted detail of his gauntlet. You know, that's the reason why I love this 5-inch line so much, is all these details do find a way to trickle down into them. Now, granted, the posability is not the best, and you can see I'm really struggling with that head. Unfortunately, the beard really gets in the way, but that was also an issue I have with the 7-inch figure now, wasn't it? Also, I do enjoy the fact that you do have that mid-arm rotation, so it's not exactly 5 points of articulation. It is basically in practice, but it does give you some options for the posability, which is always nice. And also, the belt buckle is raised in relief, which is also very good. You don't have to do that, it could have just been paint. It's nice that you went to the extra effort. I'm just gonna ask, does it freak anyone else out that Endeavor always comes out before or after or alongside Todoroki? Like, there's never that much of a gap between them, and, like, I get it, they're interlinked, but if you were Todoroki, would you enjoy being constantly paired up with your abusive father as a wave mate? You know, it'd be like if, I don't know, Thomas Wayne and Batman were in the same wave every single wave. But, you know, cool figure.